Headphones on for best experience. In today's video we will explore Tasmetu, and who was a Mesopotamian goddess. Title 1, The Voices of the Tablets. Tasmetu, Lady of Understanding, peace in the southern arc of the Nile where the lands of Kush met the high culture of Kemet. The spiritual reflection of Tasmetu manifested not as a Babylonian consort, but as a Nubian mother of discernment. Known among the Kushite priesthood in Napata and Meroe by local epithets linked to she who hears all hearts, this divine archetype flourished through temple oracles, queenly advisors, and priestesses who mediated justice. The Kushite parallel to Tasmetu was not born of writing, but of oral law and ancestral memory. Her Nubian form was evoked through praise poems, water divination rituals, and dream interpretation. She was guardian of sacred speech and protector of the spiritual tongue. In temples such as the one at Debo Balpur, Kushite queens channeled her essence when standing as mouthpieces of the gods before royal courts. Their scepters bore the markings not of styluses, but of the crescent moon and open ears, signs of divine reception and wise restraint. She shaped matrilineal wisdom in Nubia, and was the balance to divine kingship. Tasmetu was present in the echoes of Meroitic inscriptions, where queen mothers guided the regnal fate of Princess Nabu, but by invoking ancestral knowledge. The priestesses of Napata did not wield weapons, they wielded lineage, memory, and dreams, an arsenal more enduring than bronze. Her divine presence was felt during the coronation oaths of monarchs, in the sacred ink made from desert herbs, and in the secret languages spoken between priestess and goddess beneath the shade of acacia trees. As Tasmetu was known to hear prayer in Babylon, in Nubia she was said to drink the breath of truth, accepting offerings of wind and incense, not for sacrifice, but for remembrance. Her greatness lay in her role as the unseen axis of wisdom that moved the seen world. This was not a goddess one feared, this was the goddess one entrusted. Title 2, Nanaya of the South, Nubian Flame of Rebirth, where Nanaya stood as a force of transformation in Sumer. In Nubia she became the fire goddess of the desert stars, and sacred seduction. Her cult reinterpreted among the Meroitic elite, the goddess of sensual resurrection became associated with lionesses, frankincense groves, and scarlet robes soaked in sacred oils. Her energy aligned with goddesses like Amismi and Bastet, but she retained her Sumerian function, to unleash rebirth. In royal coronations along the Nile's southern banks, queens and high priestesses invoked her power in fertility dances, blood oath rituals, and intoxicating incense chambers. She was the seductress not of flesh alone, but of fate, able to bend destiny through ceremony and fire. Nubian Nanaya was no consort. She was mistress of the red sky, invoked to purify, provoke, and transform the soul. While the Babylonians burned incense before her plaques, the Nubians danced around fire altars bearing gold and ruby amulets. She was not summoned in silence, but in thunderous music, footwork, and chants passed down from mother to daughter. She stood as the force of volcanic womanhood, beauty refined in flame. In temples near Naka and Masorep-es-Sufra, carved reliefs showed her with outstretched hands and lion-clad shoulders, stepping forward from shadowed portals into sunrise. She bore anklets made of meteoric iron, bangles of river jade, and a mirror that reflected the future. Her festivals aligned with the celestial rising of Ceres, when fire rites and oil blessings baptized new rulers and cleansed old sins. Nanaya did not offer forgiveness, she offered transformation. Under her eye, one did not repent, they evolved. In Nubia, that was divine justice. Conclusion. Echoes from Napata and Uruk whether called Tasmetu or she who listens, beneath the acacia, whether named Nanaya or fire of the desert sky, the divine feminine spanned rivers and empires. In Nubia and Mesopotamia alike, greatness was not conquest, it was the wisdom to hear and the power to transform. They emerged not to conquer thrones, but to make the throne sacred. These goddesses were not bound by empire. They transcended it. In scroll or flame, in cigarette or sandstone, they endured. Let every daughter remember, silence is wisdom, and flame is strength. Divine heritage lives in those who remember. We are the memory they etched across continents.